It took me a while to say I home educate my children and I don't have a teaching degree. I don't have a degree at all. Hey everybody, my name is Bethany and welcome to Pencils and Prairies. Today I am doing a really important collab with Living with Eve and a bunch of other moms. We're talking about things homeschool moms stress about that they shouldn't. And today I decided I would talk about feeling unqualified to home educate. So let's jump into it. Okay, so if you don't know something about me, I went to 3 different colleges and I never graduated college. Let me say that again. I never graduated college. It's a big thing that I can actually sit here and talk about that because for the longest time, especially about a year after I graduated high school, and pretty much everyone in my circle had gone off to college and was doing stuff, I basically took a year off. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. I kind of dabbled in college. I took a few classes, but it was just never my thing. I just wanted to grow up to be a wife and mom. And I had college goals from music to the medical field and whatnot. My heart was really just to be a wife and a mom. And so I went through college. I did not have the grades in school to get a scholarship. I did not care about school. I didn't care about the academics. And that has really fueled my desire to provide a stellar education for my kids. But flash forward through the 3 different times that I went to junior colleges because I moved, I never graduated. And I barely survived in college. It was hard. I had never dedicated myself to education. Unless it was theology or music, I wasn't giving it much attention. And so when I got to college, I was really unprepared. Learning how to listen, how to focus, how to take notes. I knew how to write. That's always been something I've enjoyed. But college was just, it wasn't something that I was prepared for or cared enough about. And now I'm married to somebody who not only got his undergrad, but got his master's and is working in a full-time career. So it took me a while to, first of all, before I was even married, and then after that, before I even thought about homeschooling, it took me a while to say I home educate my children and I don't have a teaching degree. I don't have a degree at all. So I want to tell you that while having a degree in education is going to clearly help you understand how to teach subjects, how to teach different learning styles, just understanding all the different components of certain subjects, math, science, and what have you for certain ages, you don't have to be a teacher to homeschool. Think about it. From the moment that your child comes into your life, whether it's through adoption or biologically, you are teaching that child. You're teaching them what the sound is. You're teaching them, talking about their emotions, what this feels like, how things work. It is innate to all of us as parents to teach. Now, obviously, you could say, well, Bethany, that's obvious, talking about building Play-Doh and talking about things outside is a lot different than educating and teaching them how to add 2 + 2. But how different is it? What I want homeschool parents to know is that education, as we know it in today's world, is all about the end result. Checking up the boxes, getting through junior high, onto high school, onto college, onto a career, right? We're in education so that we can get somewhere. But I would challenge you to consider education as truly a journey, a lifestyle, if you will. And when you think of it that way, you don't have to have a teaching degree to teach your children. Because not only do you innately desire to teach them about everything, you love them in a way that no one else can. Now, obviously, there are difficult situations. There are parents who really, unfortunately, should not be parenting. There are abuse cases and there's the dark side. There's the exceptions to this situation. But if you feel like you have to have a degree to teach your children, you are discrediting the countless opportunities that you have now to educate yourself and pass it on to your children. The fact is, if you're waiting to know everything to teach your child, you're never going to teach them. It is impossible to know everything. And while having an education degree is going to benefit you in so many ways, if you are dedicated to look and research and find the answers to what your child is going through in school, you can educate. If you are dedicated to finding the resources, maybe you have to have some help. Maybe you have to get a tutor. Maybe you start using some online resources. Maybe your child even goes into a school for certain classes. Don't feel like you have to do this all yourself. If you really feel as though you are not equipped to do something. For example, I really struggle with math, right? It is something that I did a horrible job in school. Like, I don't even want to get started about that. I hated math. And now I am learning to redeem my education because I have been on the other side. I know what it's like to feel undereducated, to not be on the same par with my peers. I know what it's like to not understand something and not know how to ask the right questions. I don't want that for my kids. And because I am so invested in them, and because I don't have 20 other kids in a classroom, I can focus on that child. It's not about knowing the answers as it is as much about finding the answers, knowing the questions to ask. So my challenge to you would be, if you feel as though you are not equipped to teach, do you love your child? Yes. Do you want the best for your child in his or her educational success? Yes. And are you willing to find the answers, to ask the questions, or to find the help that you will need in this journey? If you answered yes to those, you are equipped. Just ask for help and you'll be okay. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. This is kind of a short and fun, kind of off the cuff video. I didn't have any notes. I just wanted to speak from my heart. If this helped you, please like it, subscribe for more videos. And as always, until next time, bye.